shining. More time me beat it for squad. She say she don't want another. Me and the man, and you know me no stutter. See a good man, yeah. No other option, can't get another. Any day, any weather. Me give you good love, me give you pleasure. You feel so good, me I tell you. I do give me good stuff.
I want you to listen, me no need to disobey. Yes, my sweetie, calm yourself down, don't you feel away. Waist it tiny, hypnotize me when you move, I sway. Baby, slow motion, wine go down, shake it like we do it on slow motion. Jack it one side, take your time, internalize slow motion. Wine go down, take it fast, you jump slow motion.
It's true. Crunch me, darling, pictures look good in daytime mode. Link me, darling, I don't do well on FaceTime mode. Pinch me, darling, if I'm sleeping, I wake up mode. Love me, darling, me and you in this place like whoa. Let it go when you're feeling sad. Yeah. Let it go when you're feeling glad. Yeah. Feeling low, take a bullet, go lift you up. Yeah. And let it go when you're feeling.
Bring the waist, don't watch the face. Yeah. If I have to wait all in, then I would. Don't really care, but I really should. Collect it, jack it up on my hood. I go eat it however way I could. Juicy, wet. Watermelon, juicy, wet. Watermelon, juicy, wet. Watermelon, juicy, wet. Watermelon.
The updated COVID-19 and flu vaccines are recommended for everyone 6 months and older, especially if you are 65 or older, have an underlying condition like asthma, diabetes, or heart disease, or are pregnant. The vaccines have been updated to strengthen your protection against current variants. So keep yourself and your loved ones safe. And whatever your reason, make sure you get vaxxed this season. Talk to your healthcare provider, call 311, or visit nyc.gov/COVID vaccine to learn more.
I grew up on a corner just like yours. I jog these streets. I go to a bodega that looks like the one you go to. I bike in the park. I drive my kids to school in the morning. I am a New York City police officer. I'm just like you because I am one of you. I am a proud New Yorker, showing off how much I love this city by wearing my heart on my uniform. Step forward and take the exam to become a New York City police officer. Show everyone that you don't just say you love New York, you live it. Visit nypdrecruit.com to sign up today.
If you're looking for sweetness to put inside a basket.
Things happen fast on the street. Your speed can feel slow when you're driving, but if you hit someone, it's terrifyingly fast. Drivers, look for pedestrians and cyclists. And slow your turns to 5 miles per hour. Speeding ruins lives. Slow down.
If you're looking for sweetness to put inside a basket, I am the holy, holy, holy.
What Soca do to we? It have we in a jam again. Feel like a movie. When you throw it back on me, I feel no stress again. Let we dance in a jam. Feel the rhythm in the ground. Think to fall in love, baby. Darling, let we party. Looking back on our home. Welcome to Jam Town, baby. We jamming down, down, down. It's me at the Jam Town jamming. We jamming down, down, down. It's me at the Jam Town jamming. And we jamming down.
Wow. We have extra feed. Okay, good. All right, good night, everybody. I know you guys have been waiting so long for this. We are here. My name is Chandy, sweet and fluffy like pink cotton candy, and you are watching Watch Trouble on GMGT. Right now, we have DJ Dazzle that's in the background playing some music. I got drills on the cameras, and I have a very special guest artist in the building right now, and another one on the way. But I want to give a quick intro as to who this person is before I put them on the mic.
Chandy.
Oh, shucks. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Yes.
So, I want to give a quick intro before I put this person on the mic, okay? So, born into the rich musical culture of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Esron Spielberg is a standout musician who has made powerful impact in a short time. Spielberg has created a sound that is unique to his own, rooted in hip-hop, dancehall, and a bit of everything else. You just know a Spielberg sound when you hear it. His unique vocals, infectious rhythms, and mind-blowing lyrics offer a musical experience that's innovative and inspires listeners to move. With each track, Spielberg proves that music is more than entertainment. It's a force that unites and celebrates life. So we welcome to Watch Trouble, Spielberg.
Who's responsible for giving Chandy a raise? That's an intro.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me, man.
I'm happy to have you here, yo.
It's been some years in the making.
Bro, I want to put you on blast, but I'm not going to put you on blast because it seems like you'll get tight if I put you on blast.
Nah, it's good, but it's been some years.
It has been some years. So I'm going to give the background story, guys. I had asked Spielberg when Headways first came out, let me interview you.
Nah.
He was like,
nah, hold on.
Let me hear it.
This now. It was 2019 with Commercial Country.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yo,
so it was since 2019.
All right, you win. See, so I've been reaching out to you from day one, so you can't say that.
Sure. But you see, them times, even now I'm a shy guy, but then
you was extra shy,
and attention was a thing that I was afraid of. I used to run from speaking, being documented, being filmed.
Why?
There's something about me and cameras, crowds, all of that stuff. Don't really.
But this year you seem to be like, yo, I'm ready for it.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. But it was a gradual process, you know?
Yo, yeah. I forgot I reached out to you in 2019.
2019.
Even he remembered that shit.
It was.
I told him, yo, Chandy, why don't reach out to Spielberg? Because when I first, the song didn't really get no traction yet. But
nah,
it was pumping though.
It was just big.
Yeah.
I like this.
We all liked it, for sure.
I don't think we were here at that point.
No, we were at Studio B. We was at Studio B.
It was definitely, you know, some skipping and dodging.
Yo, when I tell you skipping and dodging, that's an understatement. Like you would swear I had a gun to your head, and you was really dodging me.
But you see the thing is though, from a long time, I could have realized that you're a respectable person. So you're not necessarily been somebody who would have willing to just ignore or just, you know, disrespectfully. Because one of the things that I've learned, because that around that time or a little later, is kind of when I got my formal introduction to the business side of music. And one of the fundamental things that I got to understand that is that relationships really and truly are your paddles in this whole thing. You know, and keeping good relationships and keeping a clean face, and even if certain things might be, you know, things that you aren't necessarily ready to do or whatever, could still keep relationships with people.
For
you
sure,
know?
for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
So we're gonna get right into this conversation, but thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah,
Put me on blast. So for
but
those,
you see, it kind of, that whole thing of me dodging you was the icebreaker for when we finally met in New York. Because it was like, hi, Mr. Spielberg. You know? So yeah.
dang, and I probably really did do that.
Yeah, that's what you did. That's what you did. When you giving me my interview. yeah. No, for
Yo,
sure.
oh my God.
And, you know, rightly, it's the first time. Well, not the first time, but it's my first formal sit-down conversation.
Correct. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen it.
As I was telling you. Because I respect your craft.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank
I
you.
look at your stuff and really respect your work.
Thank you.
And respect your research and you know, just the direction of your conversations. So for me personally, referencing back to you saying that this seems like a year that I'm ready. I'm ready, and I feel like it's just a right place to start by having a conversation with you.
I appreciate that. I like that. You get snaps. I like that. So, okay, so you mentioned 2019. Was that your first official year in music?
You could call it my breakout year, but it wasn't my first official year. So that year I had Community Country. That year as well I started producing for Alkaline. So that was the year that people got to know Esron Spielberg. Okay. But before then I would have had, you know, a little traction home.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy or significant, but 2019 is kind of when, you know, it became music full time until now. Because them times I graduated college in 2018. I was working in a corporate role, and then 6 months later I quit. Just decided it's music, you know. So.
See, that's important. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
For sure.
I want you to tell me, this is a staple question I ask every artist who passes through.
Ready for it.
All right, and then we're gonna go into this or that because that's a staple game too.
For
All
sure.
right. So I want you to tell me 3 things you want people to remember you by before you leave this room.
I'm a humble person. I'm a humble person. I'm a rooted person into myself and my upbringing, my teachings, my surroundings, my community. Big up Cleverly, from Cleverly, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and that's a community that kind of instilled, you know, everything in me, my drive and all of that. Whether from good situations or bad, but yeah, I'm rooted, and I'm a man. I'm a little personal relationship with God. So I would say those 3 things: humble, you know, rooted, and just a God
spiritual.
Yeah.
Got you. I like that. I like that. So have you heard of the game This or That?
I have.
This is a Dazzle's baby, by the way.
The one picnic I have in this world.
Yeah, ready for it.
You ready for it? All right, so we're going to go straight into, we're going to do it real quick.
Okay.
Dazzle will jump in. If he sees anything from the audience, he'll bring it into the chat too.
For sure.
And if Drills want to jump in, he could jump in too. All right? So Sunset or Sparrow?
Sparrow.
Really?
Because I do. A lot of people are going to be disappointed, but I do not mess with Sunset.
A lot of people don't mess with Sunset.
That thing is gasoline. That is not for human consumption. That is gasoline. So I don't drink Sparrow, but by default, Sparrow.
Got you. Raga or Power?
Power.
Why?
Movement. Respect to raga music, but I feel like I'm a Vincentian, and more of our unique identity is vested in the power music. You know, I feel like nobody kind of sort of has anything close to our whatever with our power music. I feel like that's our staple, our stamp of music regarding soca specifically. I mean, I heard somebody say the other day, it's like, I think it's Blackie Chan, the soca influencer.
Yeah.
Like Vincentians could make power music with their eyes closed in their sleep, and I feel like it's true. Because if you look at the kind of music that you know make it more onto a Caribbean stage, and then you look at power itself, for the last couple of years, I feel like St. Vincent been, you know, at the forefront.
Oh, I'll agree with you in the sense that we've birthed Power Soca. Shout out to Great Z.
And we're still carrying it.
Yeah, we still carrying it, but I also say we birthed Raga as well. So I don't think we should drop that.
No, we're not. Okay. Let me clarify.
Fix your argument.
I don't. For sure. We do have the button as well with the Raga, but you know, as far as our culture itself goes, and the vibe of the people, majority that is
love power. I can't.
And the vibe and the essence of carnival itself and just the country as a whole, I feel like it kind of sort of is displayed in the power music as opposed to the Raga. Not saying that the Raga don't give you that, but if you want, it's like, for instance, you ask somebody about something unique about St. Vincent and you say 9 Morning. That is a thing of St. Vincent, you know? So I feel like it's kind of the same with the power. It's like you want like a quick little, display. Then
I got what you're saying.
For sure,
you pulling your legs.
Yeah.
Headways or red button?
That is a crazy question.
GMGG.
That is a crazy question. Red button.
Wow.
Red button.
Really?
Red button. I mean, respect the headways. It's kind of
it's your piece, so whatever you decide.
Respect the headways. I mean, I want to talk about it in certain kind of ways for people, for viewers and listeners, kind of get the wrong idea. But it's not necessarily a song that I like. You know?
Seriously, Headways?
Swear to you. That's why I stopped. That's why I come off the road and stop doing shows and this and that.
Bro, we're gonna get into that. Don't get into that yet. Right. Let's finish this or that. Let's do this or that real quick. Right? Stage shows or studio artists?
Studio artist.
Producer or artist?
Producer.
Canada or USA?
US.
Really?
For sure.
Wow. Pilau or roast pork?
Pillow. Wet. Lantiges.
Solitude or time with friends?
Solitude.
Yeah, you look like an introvert.
No, for sure.
Midnight or sunrise?
Midnight.
You're a night owl.
That's my time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Viral moment or timeless masterpiece?
Timeless masterpiece. Easily.
Okay. Hip hop or dancehall?
Hip hop.
Loud and clear or silent and deadly?
Both.
Nah.
Because
this game you have to choose one, so pick one.
Silently loud and clear.
It's always the Vincentian people that gotta break the rules, yo. Vincentian people are stubborn as hell.
Nah, but you see the thing is, silence can be deafening too.
Yes, it can.
Yeah, so.
For sure.
And
somebody is ignoring me now and it's killing me on the inside, but I ain't naming who it is. And if you are watching, you know exactly who I'm talking about. But go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. So silence, basically.
Well, that got personal.
Loud and okay. Interviewing Problem Child or debating with Lava Man?
Yeah, put me on the spot. So I mean, I'll explain. Lava, my boy. For me, in fact, that I never kind of explore anything in a Problem Child mind. I feel like interviewing Problem Child with respect for his craft and, you know, the time he been in the game and all that. Yeah. So I would say interviewing Problem Child.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah,
that's it for me. I'm going to an audience now. It gets spicy with the audience. So Berta asks, beach lime or river lime?
Beach. For sure.
What's your favorite beach?
Clare Valley.
There's a beach out there?
Yeah, that's
You're lying.
That's my hometown. My
I've been to Clare Valley. I've stayed in Clare Valley. I never knew there was a beach out there.
Yeah, fun fact. So, for instance, this year we won Fisherman of the Year. Big up Mr. Slater.
Wow.
So yeah, it's one of the biggest fishing communities. I mean, Clare Valley is a place where it kind of tucked behind God back. A lot of people don't really know.
No, it really is.
It. Yeah.
It really
kind
is.
of half, you mean.
But it's cool though. I like out there.
Sure.
It's real nice and laid back.
For sure.
I went out there in October of 16, 17. Shout out to my homegirl Jenny. Yeah, so I chilled out there by her.
Clare Valley. And one of the reasons too, going to where you say it's a chill place. So it's a chill beach. It's not like a famous spot or anything, but it's a place where, you know.
It got black sand?
Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm gonna visit there. I wanna visit there, for real. Berto asks, wild meat or seafood?
I don't eat wild meat or seafood.
Okay. Mainland or Grenadines?
Mainland all the way. I've only been to Beckwith. I've never been to. Yeah.
Okay, OG Park.
Nah. Big up OG. Yeah, but I've never been to Blackwood.
All right, I'm gonna pass it over to Dazzle or Drills to see what they have, and then we're gonna get further into our conversation.
Let me see. I like to ask a couple of these to really understand the artist. Long flight or long drive?
Long flight.
To where?
Big up New York.
That is not that long.
Yeah, but still, big up New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
The opportunity to go 5 years in the future or the opportunity to go 5 years in the past?
That's a crazy question. 5 years in the past. I feel like trying to go 5 years in the future would kind of defeat the purpose of life. Yeah. Kind of. It's the reason why you're there so because you're not supposed to be there, but you've been there already. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Me personally, I asked the question, but I agree with you personally. I feel like you could learn something that you didn't learn before in your past.
100%, man. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, like when Chandy asked you for that interview tickets one time. One
yeah,
time.
For sure.
Hey, like, you'll get up for the rest of the night.
For sure.
Let me see what's in the audience. Let me see what's in the audience.
That was it. I don't know if Drills want to ask anything. Drills, like, you'll know that Drills is the resident silent guy in the background, but he's out there. People know him. That's the man for Curves. If you know the party Curves.
Oh nah,
you
but
could possibly get a booking.
I recently, you follow me on Instagram recently, right?
Yeah. See,
I see, man.
see, we connect pieces here in Watch Chubble.
For sure.
Anything else?
I don't know if your name. We have to start calling it Teeth, you know.
Yeah.
I think Teeth is a more fitting nickname.
Anything else?
No, yeah, I asked him a bunch of stuff that I would have asked him, you know, or even a variation of it.
So we good to go. We gonna close it off?
We good of it, yeah.
You survived Watch Trouble, and this was a clean version of Watch Trouble. It gets real dirty and raunchy.
Oh.
But I didn't want to put you through that. I said next time you come, I'll put you through that.
Just to be fair, Chandy will be the only person.
Yeah. Shandy's good people, man.
Thank you. I'll try.
For sure.
So you want to go into some music for Spielberg?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right, so we're going to go into some music, compilation of what you got,
Sure.
and then we'll go back into the conversation.
No problem.
All right, keep it locked, guys. Watch Trouble.
Anyways, I never know a human could have fly until I drink the rum and then I try. Anyways, love at Spielberg. Yes, Joe. Lindsay and Grenade. Here we go. I call it real spill. Real spill. Real spill. Real spill. Headways. Real spill. Real spill. Real spill. I just want to get my head lashed up. Think I'm playing this carnival. All I want is rum. Come again. I just want to get my head lashed up. Me and all of me dirty friend going drink a lot of rum. Let me do this thing. Rum, 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 rum. Head lashed up. Rum, 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 rum. Now I feel drunk. Sweetest at a junk does free. Come in the party, it took me about 50 seconds before me could spot me friend. He alone had a bottle of petrol, asking if me dip on it. Always asking me stupidness. Mary had a little and my mommy had a rum dog. Come like 10 tower go up with the glass. The alcohol of me moving dog. 84.5, but them kind of speed it does make a crash. I could give a tutorial how to handle it if the rum was cars. 750 ml of a V6, the family size turbo charge. Hello, shadow your brakes. You must think I'm a little boy.
Clear now!
You know what I mean? Nah, free junk. Let me go. Push it, 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 push it. Sweetest at a junk does free. Come in the party.
party, it took me about 50 seconds before me could spot me friend. He alone had a bottle of petrol, asking if me depend it. I was asking me stupidness. Mary had a little and my mommy had a rum dog. Come like 10 tower go up with the glass, the alcohol of me moving dog. 84.5, but them kind of speed it does make a crash. I could give a tutorial how to handle it if the rum was cars. 750 ml of a V6, the family size turbocharged. Hello, shadow your brakes. You must think I'm a little boy. I will go ahead. I say nobody could stop this arcade. Them no say me fully guns outside with me jiggy friend a junk. I just got another shot. So you know me active. I jam in another girl. I say nobody could stop this arcade. Nobody could stop this arcade. Nobody could stop this arcade.
I'll be there for you. I was always there for you. But now you're jumping with another myself. In the fight with another myself. Raving with another myself. Pose up with another myself. Girl, I shame I was there for you. When you was at your lowest, I cared for you. Now all of a sudden you're cheerful. I know that I can use a little help. Where are you? Somewhere else with another man. On Instagram like lover girl. Cannot like get a feeling bad. Might have to report your page. This thing got me feeling on my trip. I don't want to go insane. I feel like I go no mono. These feelings won't go away. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. She tell me she ain't two better things already. Baby, why you do me that? Discredit my reputation. We've been through everything. It's a simple situation. Life is all about ups and downs. What goes on just come back home. I just wanted to come back home.
Vibes!
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Emotional, damn it.
Why's that one by? Oh God. Real thing, buddy. I met a girl from Lucia. She talk all kind of language. Real take something like a blanket. I asked for wine. Come go tell me she don't really think I can handle it. I say you lash your head off. You know what they call me? A Vinci, a waistline criminal. Gonna tie up and think that I sweet like a Tootsie. Let me damage your spine. I go break up your back if you think I nice. She think I was talking till she stepped to the plate and see. I gave she the wine and she loved it. Oh gosh. Don't talk about no. She want me to come in she country. Oh gosh. Ballin' like a cow. She want me to come in she country. Oh gosh. 6 runs and a out. She want me to come in she country. Oh gosh. Ballin' like a cow. She want me to come in she country. I say Vinci too sweet. Yankee chicken too bad for that, and me Polish girl is a freak. Don't think you could hold me, girl, so know what you want from me. Furthermore, when you reach back down, just go by VJs and sleep. This island is mine. What could I make you think I go and leave? Funking out a timing, must learn to control your speed. What wrong with you, Gossa? Mess with girl, them too proper. Best thing is a Leeward girl and country girl getting hotter. But she a wine and she loved it. Oh gosh. Reach out by my house, she want me to come in she country. Oh gosh. Ballin' like a cow, she want me to come in she country. Oh gosh. 6 runs and a out, she want me to come in she country. Oh gosh. Ballin' like a cow. Pass through, allow me to jump. Monday evening full of vibes, Kingston pack up a room. Don't talk about costume, Tuesday's back and none. I let him go everything except the glass of me on. It does be a movie like I made. They asking like who he, so tell them again. Eyes have been said, yeah.
Eyes have been said. Eyes have been said. Eyes have been said.
I think they heard you when you said that. Good night, everybody. This is Chandy, sweet and fluffy like pink cotton candy. And in the building, we have none other than Esron Spielberg out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the man who has brought Headways to you, and most recently, a Red Button.
Don't make me push it.
So I want to ask, why the name Spielberg?
Let me try to sum it up real quick. It's one of those fate things, like, you know, it happens in hip hop a lot, and you know that's where I come from. So, for instance, Rick Ross named himself Rick Ross after the drug dealer Rick Ross. Chubble Scott named himself after Kid Cudi, Scott Miss Cudi. So, for me, being a producer, you know, Steven Spielberg, arguably one of the greatest film directors of all time. For me, music is more visual than audible. Like, I see what I'm doing in my head.
Okay.
You know, so basically, long story short, it's just one of those things where I try to, you know, allow you to see what I'm doing, kind of direct the visuals audibly, if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. I'm a visual person, so I definitely get what you're saying.
Sure. So that's where the name came from. But it originally it came from Metro Boomin.
GMGG.
Yeah, so that's my idol. In 2014, I saw him. And that's when I started making beats. And at that time, him and Future had a runway. So Future to this day call himself Future Hendrix, and Metro used to call himself Metro Spielberg or Leland Spielberg.
Okay.
So me just liking Metro from them time, me take it from him and then me do some research and find out what it's all about. So me take it for myself, and you know.
So Esron is your first name. That's a real.
Yeah, that's
a real
actual
Vincy name, yo. The Ron at the end of the Roy. Roy.
Yeah, Esron.
So when you're producing music, are you aiming to entertain, escape, educate, or a combination of all three?
None of that does ever depend on my mind. If I be 100% honest with you, I do not think about anything outside of whatever space I am with my computer.
Okay.
I don't, to be very honest, I don't care about anything but making a dope piece of music.
You know, I remember I watched an interview once, and you said it in the interview. You don't really want to be an artist. You want to be a producer.
Nah, I don't. I'm still a run from it because it's not something that I'm passionate about. It's not something that it's funny for say, and I hope music not give me karma for saying this, but the artist thing just not really my thing. I feel like, so just like with production or songwriting, for instance, let me try to make sense out of it with songwriting. For most songwriters that I know, them use a science that kind of sort of does end up fooling the average man at the end of the day, where them think of whatever song them are hear, like by words, or where I move them, but for us is melodies and patterns and this and that and whatever and whatever and whatever, you know. So for me, the artist side, it seems, to me, it's an illusion that I'm a good artist or I'm an artist, but really and truly for me, it's the production you hear. Me just I use myself for execute the production, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a spiritual something then.
Not even necessarily for carry that deep, you know, but it's like me not have nobody for use or direct, so me just I direct myself. So me just I use my voice, but me could have do the same thing with any other person, you know, once them willing for listen, you know, and that, excuse me please, that kind of when me feel like grant me that creative direction, because I'm really a producer. It have a difference between a beat maker and a producer. I'm really a producer, and I take pride in that. And I feel like that's one of the things where like my strong point, just my, you know, my 2 cents in a lot of my relationships. For instance, I have always big up Alkaline, because he give me my start really, and one time he called me and said, brother, like no hello, no yo, we see nothing, him just call me and bro, everything you want out of music you go get. Cause he been in the studio, listen some beats from me.
Okay.
And he could see the direction and just from certain conversations and whatever and whatever. But my point in that is this is somebody who also listens. So the last song we put out is a song called Cotton Table, we end up and win 2 awards off it, but it took me 2 years for produce a song. Just based on back and forth conversation. Him having a vision for it, but me having an idea of where it should go, and it drums them did weird. It really sound like dancehall, him not really, you know? So he was like, bro, I'm kind of, you know? And then we go back and forth until he really trusts my creative direction enough for work with it. So that basically what I say with me personally, it's not really an artist thing. Me don't know if I fool myself into just wanting to hang on to this producing thing. But for me, I know I'm a phenomenal producer and I really love that more than anything else. Not necessarily any artist thing that really intrigues me.
So then why put out music if that's the case?
Because I'm a musician. Music comes out of me, you know.
So when you dropped Red Button, did you expect it to get this love?
Red Button was yes. The first time ever in life when me actually make a piece of music and know it I go do,
Okay.
Because it was a social experiment for me.
Okay.
Like, let me really and truly see if everything me know, once me channel them into music and offer them as my offering, if people really and truly, like if this thing real within my mind as a producer in any genre, if it real, let me see. And when me I record it, like me literally could show you a conversation with me and a friend, I tell Carl, like bro, me find it again. First time ever, because me know we crowd kinda, me know a loophole, if that makes sense.
Let me tell you something. I'll be very honest with you. I was very pissed off when you said you wasn't dealing with music. You took headways off. I was like, yo, this guy is crazy.
No, you see,
nuts.
You see, no, but hear me out, right? And let me explain that, because a lot of people feel the same. But sometimes, for instance, one time I had Barbados and an elder come to me, and this kind of always sparks certain things. And like, you ever have a conversation with somebody and like they might say something random and it just ring your ears really hard.
Of
like
course.
it stick out. Me and an elder hold a conversation about Barbados one time, and he say, my problem in life is that me I try to get people to see a vision that God gives to me. And when me tell you that, give me a headache, like it ringing on my ears so hard. And me really and truly have to look in myself and say, yo, that really a problem. And for make sense of that, 2023 me had Headways. Arguably biggest song home. It do it thing out here, so me they all over Miami, Canada, Antigua, Barbados, everywhere. But then for me, I used to start make beats in 2014, and finally I get the chance for produce songs. Me never get a song 2023 because I'm so distracted with this song. Me not really do what me supposed to, because me know what me supposed to do for me. You understand where I come from?
Got you.
I'm so busy, and then again, going back to him, I tell you earlier, with having a personal relationship with God, me believe that God does test you. And he doesn't necessarily have to test you with bad things or hardship or whatever. God could literally throw things in your way for, you know, good things. Let me see if because if me I try to go 10 feet away, and then all of a sudden 2 feet away, blessings pop up, and me considering myself, boy, I ask me, I take it, you know. Me weak. That's how me see it. Because me know how far me I try to go. So with me, the Soca thing come anyway, yeah, it was a blessing, and it was music regardless, and something that a lot of people would have want and wish for. But for me personally, it wasn't what I wanted. And when me really sit down in myself, night time, whichever country me there, you know, remember I was in Montreal when I made the decision to stop the shows. Can't forget. It's like, bro, as fancy as this thing looks, you waste time, because you now want to go down the road. You don't want to be a soca artist. You don't want to be an artist. You understand? And I make up my mind now, but them times,
got you.
It's like, you waste time, because the time you're on the road and this and that, you can't touch a laptop, you can't produce, you can't have a conversation with anybody, you're not network, you're in the wrong spaces. So it's like time now wait for no man. You waste a year and a half. As good as it looks, people say, oh yeah, you make money, but me does make music off a passion and a plan for really and truly. People does ask me where am I thinking in music, and for me, coming from Palm I come from and my upbringing, ultimately I have to just change the situation, you know, family and friends. And it's not a business plan. So when people mention money and oh you have to eat food and this and it's like, bro, you get a wrong idea. Me not do music for money. And if me want money more, I keep my job.
Got you.
Understand?
So you had to really. So basically, what it sounds like, you had to lose yourself to find yourself to get to where you need to go to be here.
100%.
Got you.
And immediately, as me decide to stop the shows, I went to Arizona and really started back focusing on production, and that whole transition brought it about 12 songs with Javelani.
Okay.
You know, and he never did so much songs with one producer as a project or anything like that. So that kind of showed me, you know. But fast forwarding to this point, I kind of just say, yo, sometimes you can't wait for people take accountability and take responsibility of yourself and your craft and your passion and your dreams and your ambitions. So right now is Esron Spielberg. It's not any artist, it's not anybody else, it's me. So me I try for bet on myself, you know, a whole like a whole 9. Yeah, last time came to America, probably January or something. And not even forgetting into certain things, but just for motivational purposes. I spent over $20,000 EC on music and decide, yo, me I go boss. I go boss. Tell myself that January, me I spend money on music and I have to get it back out. You know, just that self-belief and that determination and changing the direction from only wanting to be a producer to, yo, let me try to produce myself as much as me never used to want to be
GMGG.
Yeah.
I think it's so rude. So no, this was a deep conversation there. You really took it far. I don't know if anybody else in the room have anything else before I continue. Y'all want to ask anything? Huh? He got it.
I want to ask a question, but I can't ask it now because we have literal seconds before it's time to take a pause for a cause.
So we can't like pause the cause?
Me ain't taking responsibility for
Pause
that.
the cause. I'm gonna talk to the man outside.
You are.
I'll talk to Voice of God. He could kill me after.
You do so, darling. All right. So basically, as you described just a while ago, you know, you said you've been somewhere and you got a little success, but you realize that's not where you wanted to go.
Right.
Ultimately, how do you see your accomplishments at this point in time? Do you see them as accomplishments, or do you just see them as something that was done that you could be proud of, but it's not ultimately anything that you want?
The answer to your question goes back to the 3 little digs from earlier with Chandy. That whole thing with God. Sorry for calling it 3 little digs.
I'm like, what?
that whole thing with God. To be honest, I don't see them as accomplishments. I see them as signs to keep going. Because I remember when I started and it was a hobby, and if I'm being very honest, sorry for even carry conversation in this direction. Outside of music, I'm a very lazy person. I don't want to take my time and do anything else in life.
So
if music wasn't in existence, boy, I don't know where would I be coming. I swear. So for the fact that I have music, unfortunately, I could live off of it. I not necessarily what I want there. I live as comfortable as I want to live, but again, every accomplishment is a sign to keep going. That one day I'm going to live
the way you want to.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, don't feel no way most creatives are extremely messy, unorganized. And
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I feel like there's definitely some correlation.
Agony 711 asked, what are some of the challenges that you are experiencing in the music industry with tech improvements like AI? Is it beneficial to the craft, or has it been detrimental?
Me personally, it's not in my way. I don't use it that much. It's just not in my way.
You a creative.
Yeah. Because,
so go ahead.
Exactly, I'm a creative, so I feel proud when I create something. And AI generated stuff not necessarily can give me kick or more, that high. You know, me like for feel like, yeah, damn me do that.
The actual So based on how do you answering these questions, it gives me the vibe that you're a perfectionist. Are you a bit of a perfectionist?
100%, man. 100%.
Yeah, if the man pull headways Obviously.
Game could recognize game, you know. Could realize man is a professional.
100%.
So we're gonna go back into Red Button. So let me just give everybody a little background here. I don't know when exactly Red Button was released, right? I was watching, I would say for me, I noticed it maybe a week or two ago. My cousin, big up Zari, my cousin did a video where she was going into town because she just received a contract as an influencer or ambassador.
I saw that.
So when I saw that, I was like, yo, what's this song she playing in the background?
Right.
So I said, this sound like Spielberg, but I ain't hear nothing. So I put on Hot 97. And then I'm like, wait, this is Spielberg. This got a vibe. So then later on that night was South Leeward's Soca Monarch.
Yeah.
And when they played that song.
And that's my district.
Bro, I saw... What?
Flares and big.
Yo, if you guys... Did you watch it? Did you watch it? He watched it. I know you watched it. I just said, wow, this is what Soca Monarch is, and this gave me a taste of what I'm missing. Like, I really wanted to enjoy this experience. But the point that I'm making is that song for me, it literally dropped that weekend, and by the end of the night, it was, yo, this is, everybody was singing it.
You're not wrong though. The week following up to that is kind of when the song start up, find its way home.
Okay.
Because the thing with me, I don't do any promotions at all. I just do my thing, which is the creative process, and then I offer it to the world. I genuinely do believe that songs will find their way into the heart of whoever them supposed to find them, way to. So I drop a song about the 19th of May, I think. I don't know. I just know it dropped. I don't know. But
I just know by the end of the night, it was big on all over the place. That was it.
And as people, kind of same with Headways, same with Community Country, we just put them out there, and one body might like it, one person might like it, and then another person going hear it, like it, and it could just start to, So my thing has always been to drop music earlier than everybody else, because everybody else kind of sort of has a fan base or people looking for music from them. I feel like nobody knows who I am, so just drop the songs and the songs will find their way. So that's kind of what happened with Red Button. So it picked up around that time, but it was out at least 2 weeks before, 2-3 weeks before.
So we're still on Red Button, right?
Yeah.
I got a burning question.
Okay.
That's not good.
Mary had a little lamb. My mommy had a run dog. Explain to me the lyrics of Red Button, please.
Okay, so with that line, I've been seeing a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's very random." It's a jovial line. It's funny, but it's random.
It is very random.
It kind of doesn't make sense. But to me,
it made sense.
It's none. Because okay, it's so that song is a sequence of events. It started as community party. It took me about 50 seconds before I could spot my friend. He alone had a bottle of petrol, alcohol. Asking if me dip on it. I was asking me shopping this. Mary had a little and my mommy had a rum dog. That's basically me saying, obviously. It's like, for instance, if somebody asks if I could swim, they can say, "A clever name come from."
Okay.
It's not an answer to the question, but it's an answer to the question.
Yeah, so like a rhetorical.
So me saying, knowing, me remember laughing when me think of it too. Like,
bro,
Mary had a little and my mama
had a rum dog. But that's the line that sticks out for everybody when they hear it.
Yeah.
But I think which one you were saying, Drills? The
intro,
6
rounds
from one bar.
Yeah.
So that's a question that kind of has people thinking and questioning and puzzled. However, I would like to leave it as it is.
Why? Why?
That one I would like to leave alone. Yeah.
So since we're talking about song lyrics, did you ever meet up with that girl from Lucia again?
No,
That's a true story?
I did not go into country.
That's a true story?
No.
You sure? It wasn't? Nah. None of these songs are true stories. These are just things you just sit down.
I'm a good guy.
Okay.
I'm a good
guy.
You
can't even say that with a straight face. Take that back.
Yeah. But nah.
But it's believable. I mean, some of us in this room have been to Lucia and know exactly what that song means. So,
100%. 100%.
Yeah, connect.
Yeah, for sure. Big up St. Lucia.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
So we're coming down to the very end. Anybody else have questions in the room? Audience have questions?
Where do you see yourself at your pinnacle? Like, what would be some of your dream accomplishments?
Accomplishments for me personally, as I mentioned before, just having ultimately everybody around me say, boy, if it wasn't for Spiel or Esron or whatever, we wouldn't all be here today. But just outside of that musically, I would like to influence some sound, whether it be soca, dancehall, hip hop, whatever. I would like for the coming generation to be like, yo, this is the kind of thing that Spiel used to do. You know, I want to be like Spiel. I want, you know, just that kind of footprint as a producer. Because for me personally, music is all I care about, bro. Like the actual music. I don't care about anything else. And that's what I'm trying with, you know, and thriving with and trying to, you know, perfect and push forward. So yeah, whatever it is has to be, you know, something with the music itself.
And who would be, dead or alive, one of your dream collaborations?
Metro Boomin.
Metro Boomin, all right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like,
even if it's just a snare or a kick, please Metro, let me add it. Yeah, for sure.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Who's the artist that you could see? Soca artist. Because this is a Soca house. I love Soca. So within Soca, who do you see yourself collaborating with, artist wise, producer wise?
Would love to. I have a song for Kes.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
I have a song for Kes. Serious song too.
He's real serious. You see his face?
Yeah, nah, for sure. I had it and I had the song since 2023.
Okay.
I mean, just mean it's a song that, because as a producer, you just know. I know it's a song that's bigger than I am. And just respecting that as a musician and the kind of sportsmanship that I respect and understand in music. For instance, people like Party Next Door, he knew Wild Thoughts was bigger than him. So he gave it to Rihanna. Ed Sheeran knew Love Yourself was not for him. He gave it to Justin Bieber. So me kind of always have that kind of mindset when it comes to music. But yeah, Kes, I have something for you. It's very serious.
That would be a hell of a feeling, eh?
That would be so interesting. I'm curious.
Kes and they need the show and watching woman passing out and they just nudge one of them and say, hey, it's me, make that, you know.
No, but you see, go back to him and say it. That's my kick out of music. Seeing the music do what the music is supposed to do. Because since me at college, me see people listen to music in a van and this and that, and I bump heads and them not know me. So my job done. Chandy was asking me a question the other day, you know, personally, and I was like, music do what music supposed to do, so my chapter closed for me. You know, it's just in music at the end of the day.
Cordell says, don't block your blessings, hit up Kes. Shout out to Jenny, the cake maker.
I've tried.
You've tried?
Yeah, I've tried.
Cordell, you got the link. You the plug. Push it in. Pause.
I've tried.
Pause. Well, hopefully he's watching and somebody would share this with him.
For sure.
But other than Kes, who's somebody else?
Producer, you mentioned producer. Boy, I'm
what in Soca?
No, for sure. Boy, Tano, boy.
Really?
I ain't gonna lie, Tano. Everything Tano shoot these days ain't missing.
It's crazy because I just start to get hip to Tano. But I've been hip to some music that I didn't know was
his. Yeah.
And it's like, bro, same person.
Yeah.
Bro, this man is insane. This man is insane.
Nah.
He been shooting and he been scoring lately.
What? Tano, definitely would love
hit
to
me
work
up
with you, bro. Nah, can't hit me up because you're a monster, but yeah. But definitely love to work with him.
So this is the part where we flip it around. Oh, Berto asks, who is the most influential person in your career?
My mom. Big up Glennis Kolzak. That's my mom.
Yeah. Is it Kolzak?
Yeah. Yeah,
here's my family.
Maybe.
Yeah. So big up my mommy every time. as far as influence, and even mentioning things like working in the corporate world and all of that, and making the decision to quit and pursue music. At the time, I was living with my aunt, who wasn't necessarily seeing the direction I was going into. She wasn't pleased, obviously. I'm the first one in my family to even reach as far as Form 5. I went to college, I studied law. I'm a schooled guy, but it's just not my passion. And while my family kind of not really been a see what me I do, my mommy always give me that support, you know. Even though from a longer time, I knew that she didn't necessarily understand everything perfectly well. She would give me that support. I remember one time, so two funny stories. I don't even want to go into, because I'm a long-winded guy.
No, it's cool, man.
Right.
It's an open place, man.
Right. So, two things that stick out with me when it comes to my mom and this whole music thing. One, I used to live a different life. I was going on the wrong road, long story short. And I remember one time, my mommy was talking to somebody, and over here, she literally tell them, I better you stay home and run up a light bill with whoever in the do on computer, make read them or whatever. I better you stay inside and run up a light bill than go up on the block and get himself involved in certain things that were happening at the time. So that was one of them. And then I remember another time I wanted a mic stand. And I just said, I want a mic stand, and my mommy asked me, how much for a mic stand? And it was like $200 and something easy. And I think my mommy just asked out of curiosity. Tell me, do so. The money in my hand. Knowing that she not knowing me attack, boy. She not know part of this music thing game. But she just support me with the music. So, you know, and a whole lot of other things, but just, and even quitting my job, I could remember my mommy asking me, like, how this music thing actually works. How you gonna move forward? How you gonna be somebody after this? How you gonna sustain yourself? And me explain it to she, and she was with it. And a law firm had called me another time, and she made it done dress and was going. After a couple of discussions, me having a love for the law as well. At that time, I never really had a full sense of self. Come out of college, I'm a friend and I work corporate jobs, you know, this, that. So you watch things, you see people do things, and you feel a way if you're kind of left out. Again, me never really had a sense of self at that time. So I kind of want to do it. I kind of wanted to do it just to do it. And I had a conversation with my mommy, and she asked me, so with this music thing, you can start a beat now and then when you come from work, you finish it. And that's when me realized that my mommy genuinely, I try to understand my direction. And I tell she, me say, mommy, yeah, but everybody process different, and my process is a process of mood. So if me in a mood right now to do something, if me not execute whatever upon this mood, if me start something now and come back 20 minutes later, hour later, I can't finish it because I feel the same. And my mommy literally tell me, well, don't go. And I don't think that would be your average advice from a parent, you know. So when my mother could have give me that confidence to pursue this music thing, boy, I can't thank she enough for, you know,
for that.
Yeah, so definitely.
It made me laugh just now because I vividly remember hearing that same light bill comment once upon a time too.
Yeah. No,
so before we go, two things, right? We usually flip it around where you get to ask a question of us, but I want to ask you a quick question.
Sure.
How would you feel if you won Road March or within the top 3 for Road March in Vincy? Is that an accomplishment you want to see, or you could care less?
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah. We had this conversation.
We did, but not the
we
world.
Did. No, we did. So I'm just referencing back. I wouldn't care. Long story short, because Drake has a this Grammy speech where he was saying, we live in we're playing in an opinion-based sport. So whoever judges Road March or whatever it is, who are they basically to say that this song is whatever? And going back to our conversation, Headways was definitely the biggest song of 2023, and it got 3rd. So that kind of allowed me to step away from expectations and all of that, because it's like, boy, song do what it's supposed to do. Job done.
Got you. I like that.
Yeah, so
Overall, how do you feel about Vincy Mas, like the direction is going right now?
better than ever. You
I
don't
like
know.
that.
You don't know Vincy Mas is best carnival Caribbean. Carnival in the Caribbean. And I just see it going forward. As you know, there's some changes within the corporation.
Correct.
Big up Rodney. And Rodney hit the ground running. You know, he's already doing certain things that, you know, we could definitely see are forward steps. Those are definitely forward steps. A lot of younger persons are being involved, both behind the scenes and within the music that contributes to the essence of Vincy Mas and all of that. So it's younger, it's fresher, it's kind of sort of reimagined at this point, or it's being reimagined at this point, and it's just forward. I personally, I feel like the best is yet to come.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
feel
agree.
like the best
I
is
can
yet
see it
to
all over
come.
your face too. You're very excited about it.
And kind of Vincy Mas right now is kind of what is pushing me to do music, or wanting to be a part
And
of
I
the
think
space.
that was the whole idea.
Because
so
it's like
big them up, yes.
With the way how I see Vincy Mas shaping up to be right now, is like, yo,
You don't want to miss it. Yeah, you can't miss it.
You cannot afford to not be involved.
And I remember we had the conversation. You were just like, I don't know. And I was like, no, you better be there.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
All right. So here's where you get to flip it and ask us a question now.
First question, Chandy, why from such a long time, why me? What was so intriguing about Spielberg?
Well, Mr. Spielberg. For me, let me tell you, I am very big on soca music. I am very passionate about pushing. My family's from St. Vincent. I was born here.
Right.
But my family's from St. Vincent. I'm very passionate from day one when I entered this. I always said I wanted to push soca music, but especially Vincentian soca music, because people didn't know at the time. I've been doing this from 10 plus years.
By rights.
Right? Nobody really knew who we were.
No,
they knew
100%.
one or two artists, but for the most part, they didn't know the joy of the music that I felt every time I came.
100%.
Why you coming here so much?
Sorry to cut you, but we need people like you who are marketing machines. You know, because I feel like that's definitely even with myself. I know if marketing was behind me, I would have been
bigger,
something serious, you know. But just Vincy Mas on a whole, and the music itself, the musical side of thing itself, I definitely feel like we need bigger platforms and persons who believe more in us to kind of sort of wave that flag, you know.
I ain't gonna lie, when you denied me, I felt really rejected. I was just like, damn. But you know, there's been, I'm not gonna lie to you, like being in this position, I don't consider myself an influencer. Although some people may say the platform I am is the influencer for soca. That's cool. But I, Chandy, don't consider myself an influencer.
You're a tastemaker.
I'm a passion person. I'm very passionate about my culture.
Definitely. But I feel like being in this space and people knowing you and knowing things that you're around and being a part of, people would kind of, it's like social proof.
Got you.
You know? So whether or not you want to see it as, you know, you influencing, you're definitely making taste, because somebody would believe, if Chandy believes in this, it has to be good.
You know, I felt nobody really believed in anything I believed in.
No, you can't.
No,
say that.
seriously, is it true?
You can't.
Let me
say
tell
that.
you, I'll be honest, this is like serious conversation here.
Right.
It was this year when I started speaking to someone from my past who I had rejected a very long time ago.
Right.
We met back up and we started having conversations. And during the conversation, you know what I realized? I was just like looking at this individual, looking at their accomplishments and hearing everything that they've done within the time span that we have lost contact. It was just like, yo, and this person has so much belief in what I do.
Right.
And it was just like, Chandy, you really believing in yourself. Like there's so many different things that you have accomplished, and you need to recognize it.
Yeah, you see, it's
and it's the truth.
No, 100%.
It's the truth.
100%. Maybe it's humility, but I feel like passionate people, like you mentioned for yourself, I feel like passionate people tend to be so tunnel vision. It's like they kind of just don't really see anything.
But what they want to see. It's the truth. It's the truth.
100%.
It's the truth.
100%, man.
So that's my spiel. And I want to remind everybody, my uncle is Walter Porter. So ask your mother who that is.
Definitely will.
That is, he was a Calypsonian.
Okay.
And that's the main reason why I decided I wanted to wave our flag and bring it forward. He passed away. He was murdered. And never like really got to fulfill his dream. And his dream was always to have a place called Patani House.
Okay.
And within that house, it was when artists come up to America, they would have a studio and a place to rest.
Right.
Because a lot of artists, when they come up here, they don't have anywhere to go.
100%.
Sometimes they have family, but sometimes the family like, I don't want to deal with you.
No,
and it's not so.
100%.
Patani House was supposed to be a place where they could rest and also make music. So that was something I always wanted to fulfill on his behalf. But I didn't have the money and I didn't know how to do it.
Right.
And sometimes I'm coming to the realization that you have to put your best foot forward and find your way to it
100%.
one way or the other.
Start.
You gotta show a little leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Man.
Shout out to the producer that walked into the building. I'm not gonna name his name because I don't know if he wants people to know he's here, but it's not. I like to see when all the producers are together.
Hitter,
you know what I'm saying?
Heavy hitter.
Heavy hitters. But that's any more questions for me? Or that's it.
Where do you see Vincy Mas going?
My God, I love it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I appreciate this direction it's going. Not to say that the previous administration didn't know what they were doing, but honestly, what's going on right now is like a breath of fresh air.
100%.
We have a hell of a lot more people that I didn't think were going down. That's going down. I have somebody here in the room who prefers us to gatekeep. Even though if you ask me, he's one of the people that was bringing in people still, but still want to advocate gatekeeping.
Right.
No, but there are people who still feel we should gatekeep. And I used to get mad about it, but then when I see what I'm seeing, I kind of understand the mindset of the gatekeeping aspect.
Explain.
Okay, so for them, I think the gatekeeping aspect is they don't want to get the carnival watered down and turn into like, I guess say Trinidad, where it's just all inclusive. We don't know who we are. We trying to market this, we trying to market that. I get it. They want an authentic Vincy Mas because same thing happened for Crop Over. At one point in time, Crop Over was not Crop Over. Crop Over became Trinidad Part 2.
Yeah. No,
St. Lucia, I'm hearing, is going through the same thing. And I think the biggest concern or fear is that eventually St. Vincent will walk down that road. But I think with the current administration under CDC, I highly doubt it's going to happen, but you just never know.
And to add to that, I feel like one of the things that administration needs to consider is working close with the musicians, because Vincy Mas wouldn't be Vincy Mas without music.
Correct.
You know, and the music are, you know, those are the gears that kind of turn and move this thing, you know, forward. And I feel like if the administration don't necessarily understand the music, there would definitely be some hiccups here and there, you know, a divide. And without that kind of understanding, I don't think we would be able to move as one forward, you know. So yeah, I think
Hyper kind of was echoing the same thing. Like he feels that there should be more support for the artists.
And I looked at that that interview with Hyper with him mentioning, you know, even because there need to be some sort of organization where everybody kind of play their part, you know. The promoters, they pull a serious weight as well.
Correct.
Correct. 100%.
Correct.
So I feel like if everybody kind of sort of understand their roles and try to help each other, just like Hyper was saying, this thing would move and it wouldn't be moved. It would move and it wouldn't be moved.
Yo, this is the first year with the new people. Let's see where it goes. I feel a good feeling. A lot of people feel
100%.
I think this is the year of the culture. We're all on that kind of vibe. Oh, tell our guests they can come. Pause. Shout out to Chowda, who's on Julian's promos. DJ Beardy Sham asks, does Spiel still do reggae or dancehall when Soca is out of season?
I make music all the time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's no out of season for Soca.
No,
Thank you very
100%.
much.
100%.
You want to ask Dazzle a question?
You just play Vince's Soca, not you? And you know me here anyway I play, I mean I hear you play Vince, especially Red Button. I will push it on you.
That's all like real fighting words.
I'll say I was one of the few way back when I was pushing commentary country.
Sorry to cut you. Chandy, you know they cost me at Mesfet for not performing Red Button.
Listen, between you and Problem, I was ready to fight because Problem has started out singing Frayed Horn. Literally 2.5 seconds and cut it. I ran. When I tell you I ran from the back of the stage to come up. When I reached there, cut. I was like, what? Then you jump on stage with Lava Man. I'm like, so I was like, I was in literally in the DJ's ear. I'm like, yo, you playing Red Button? You playing Red Button? You playing Red Button? So they was looking at me like I was crazy.
Who played for that?
I'm trying to remember who was playing for it. It was a Frankie. I think it was Frankie. Frankie was playing for him, and I was like, yo, you got Red Button? You got Red Button? Kept asking him that. Mad Russian had played before that, and I asked her, I said, yo, you playing Red Button or not? So he didn't answer me.
So it's turning into a mafia thing.
Yeah. Nah, but we would be New York would experience Red Button in September for sure.
Well, I hope to see you for Vinci Day. That's the next thing too.
It's in August.
August 16th, yes.
Unfortunately, I don't think I would be here.
Where you going?
You know the ball is the road.
I'm gonna throw my shoe at you.
Yeah, but for sure September, Labor Day weekend.
A
lot of buttons
Mary had
crushed.
a little lamb. My mother had a rum dog. Is that?
I feel like at that point, people would understand what 6 runs from one ball mean. Really and truly.
I got a rummus in here. I want to know what's his take on that.
Yeah.
He's like, I got nothing to say. Quetta, are you calling me aggressive? Oh my God.
You're the only she that's here.
Oh my God, I am the only she.
She's been trying to fight me since 2019.
Yo, I did not remember that. I'm trying to calm it down, yo. I'm trying to be a lady, you know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. But thanks for having me, man.
I'm so happy to have you here. Yes. Anything else you want to add? You can. Social media handles for people who don't know.
Esron Spielberg. That's ESRN SPIELBERG on everything.
I follow you already.
Yeah. So Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everything.
So what's more dangerous, a bad-minded person or a man with a mic and no filter?
Bad man, I was thing in the world, so.
That was it. That was my last question.
Bad man.
That was my last question.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Are you going to stay around or are you going to disappear?
For sure. All
right. Your fish cake's outside. Your drink's out there.
For sure.
Can you please bring in the next artist? Drills. We're going to go on break and set up. Okay, guys? Keep it locked. For those who are on Julian's promos, I'm going to cut the live and start back up with Problems. So just look out for that. Just keep it locked, okay?